as you launch into new careers and education, love mercy. Act justly. And finally, I want to encourage you to walk humbly. Are you beginning to see how these all go together? If you extend mercy to a down and outer, you are helping people have a chance in life, which is only fair and just. When you do the right thing, you act out of love and mercy, not out of selfish motives and base needs. And when you walk humbly with God, you are admitting that you do not have all of the answers and solutions to life. As good as your parents may have been, they've not given you everything. You are asking God to direct you and guide you and lead you when you walk humbly with Him. And when you do that, God will always lead you to people who need justice and mercy. Jesus said while He was here on earth, it's not the healthy who need a doctor, but the sick. Go and learn what this means, Jesus said. I desire mercy, not sacrifice. For I have not come to call the righteous, but to call sinners. Jesus came to call the sinners, the sick ones, who are sick and sinning spiritually, emotionally, physically, in every way. To see those people the way God does and respond the way God does takes a humble heart. One that is willing to listen to His voice instead of the voice of the world. The world considers losers and needy people to be disposable, throwaways. Humble people see themselves as one step away from that same disaster, that same bad choice. One choice away from that mistake. One move away from that tragedy. One who walks humbly with God recognizes that every good thing you have gotten, you have received from the hand of God. Now you might be thinking, wait a minute. I worked hard for this. Sure you did. You did work hard. But who gave you what you needed to work hard for? By whose grace was your mother allowed to stay home and homeschool you? At whose hand have you received all that you have received? Do any of you have your own car to drive? Or how about one that your parents let you borrow? Do you currently have a job right now? At least a roof over your head or food in your belly? How do these things get into your hands? Now, if the answer to those questions comes back as anything other than God, then you need to continue to walk humbly with Him more. When we recognize our all-encompassing dependency upon the Creator of the universe and the giver of all good gifts, then we confess that all of it could be gone in a second, in the flash of an eye. All that you have worked so hard for can be erased with one car accident, one bad decision, one foul storm. Have I got you depressed, graduates? That's not my goal. Depression is not my goal. My goal is to help us walk humbly with God and realize that everything we have and everything you will have in the future belongs to Him. Now, when we begin to understand that truth, then that will transform the way we look at what we own, what we know in our heads, why we do our job, where we spend our time. When we begin to see others and their station in life through those same eyes as well, it transforms the way we treat them and react to them. All of a sudden, the people that we see, the down and outers, the losers, the addicts, we begin to see them not simply as their problem, or our problem, or society's problem, but we see them as ones who are loved by the Lord just like we are. Why has He chosen to bless me and you and allow hardship in their lives? That answer is not always apparent. And sometimes it's very apparent. But regardless of why the hardship has hit them, it has not hit us because God, in His grace and mercy and love, has chosen to love us and bless us. It's because of God. It's not because you deserve it. It's not because I deserve it. It is because He is a good God. And walking humbly encompasses the realization that what we deserve is not really what we want. What we deserve is hell, plain and simple, but God gives us heaven. We deserve addiction, but God gives us freedom. We deserve sickness and death, but He gives us health and life. You deserve ignorance and foolishness, but God has given you a blessed education in a home that is loving and nurturing. God has given it to you. Not you, not your parents, Him. And the sooner you as a young person come to this realization, the sooner God can begin directing you to where He wants you. Some of you already have your careers picked, your majors chosen, maybe even your spouses laid out. You may have even gone so far as to pick grad schools or what state you're going to move to. All I have to say is, good luck with that. God has a way of redirecting our lives when we humbly seek His mercy and justice. I was going to be a teacher. I even got my degree in it and tried it out for 3 years. But God